Hi, and welcome to another edition of the Friday Fast Five. My name is Lisa Monti. I am the Technology PD Specialist here at Waco ISD, and I want to talk to you quickly about 5 really cool tools that you can use in your classroom with your kiddos. And so let me go ahead and start sharing my screen. Okay. The first one I want to talk about is a tool called Formative, and actually the website is goformative.com. And what I really like about this is it can let you go virtually paperless. And right now when we're doing so much review for the STAR end of course, this is a really neat way to review the students and get immediate feedback from their what they're working through the review. Let me scroll down just a little bit and clarify. So of course you can scan in anything. This can be, right now I know we're practicing a lot of revising and editing passages. So you could take those revising and editing passages, scan those in, and then set up your multiple choice questions. Or what I even like about it is you can do where they have to write out their answer, or they even have to draw an answer. And so, of course, you have the multiple choice options, but like it says here, you can type your answers, you can show their work, they can draw their answer out. So there's a lot more than just a multiple choice option. So we've been using a lot of GoFormative this week, like I said, with revising and editing for the STAR. And so, like I said, it was a really engaging way. The kids really responded well. What I like about it as well is you get the immediate feedback, so it does tell you where the student is struggling or where they're doing well, so you know what you need to go back and reteach or what you can move on from. So that is GoFormative. So again, a really, really cool tool for formative assessment or even review for the STAR end of course. Another tool that I found out about is Buncee, and specifically when you Google this, look for the EDU version of Buncee. It's really nice. It is a way that you can do really engaging presentations. And so what I like about Buncee is I'm going to show you one of the Buncees that a friend of mine, Fran, created for flexible seating and learning. What I like about it is it just looks nice. The design elements are just really awesome. The font choices, the graphics, it's just a really nice option. A little bit different from PowerPoint. What I also like about it is I'm going to flip through to one of her slides that show this. There are animated GIFs in there. There are all kinds of clip art options. And so again, it's just a really nice a nice way to present your information. It's a little bit different from PowerPoint. So that's Buncee. And like I said, with the EDU version, you have a lot of features that you can use as a teacher. So that's, like I said, a really cool tool. Another tool that came from the state is the ability to practice for the STAR Alt assessment. STAR A is going to be offered completely online, and I know for quite a few of our students, they have that anxiety, the test anxiety, but also the anxiety of coming into an unfamiliar system and having to take a test that a lot rides on. And so what you can do is you can go to the texasassessment.com/technology, and you can actually come in and download the online testing platform. And then you load it, and then there's an option in there that says practice. And so when you click on practice, you can actually work through any of the STAR practice tests that are in there. And so it's just really good practice for learning the tools and accessories that the online system has. So there's highlighting tools, there's ways of marking the text. And so it's just a good way to alleviate some of that test anxiety for our students. I do want to caution you when you're doing this, make sure you check with your district or your campus testing coordinator or your campus testing specialist, just to make sure that they're not using these practice tests for any kind of checkpoint or DBA. But again, as a parent, I like it because, I could come in here, load this, and have my own children practice, just so they're comfortable with that testing platform. Another exciting resource that emerged this week came from the Texas Gateway. Again, I'm a big fan of the Texas Gateway for all of the training resources and modules that are in there. But they are bringing back the TexAir, which used to be the TMSDS, the Texas Math Science Diagnostic. TexAir, the Texas Achievement Items Repository, are the items that were on tests or are field items, or they're test questions that have been vetted by TEA. And they're for math and science, grades 3 through high school. I think it goes up to Algebra 2 or Geometry for math, and Chemistry or Physics for science. I can't quite remember. But what you can do is you can come in here, you can request an account from the email address here. And once you have an account, you can go in, you can create your own assessments, and you can either print those off, or you can actually, again, enroll your students in this almost type of a LMS, and the students can practice those test items. What I like about it as a teacher is, again, the closer we get to STAR end of course, you can go in and you can select specific standards that you want to review. And so it will pull those assessment items for that particular standard. So it's a great way to really target your intervention, target your review on those standards that, again, you need to revisit before test time. So I do encourage you to come here, request an account from this email address on the Texas Gateway, and check it out. It's, like I said, it's a really, really nice repository of vetted test items. Also, with doing review, a really, really fun way to do a review is to create a TinyTap. TinyTap is an app that you download on your iPad, and you actually create your review, your game, on the iPad, and then you can actually play it on a computer or on an iPad. So I created one a while back for a review on the Monsters on Maple Street. So I'm going to click on that and just show you just how it works. I'm going to click play and give it a moment. And you probably can't hear that, but it's actually my voice reading the definition there. And so I'm going to go ahead and pick the correct answer, and you can see you move on to the next slide. So what I like about TinyTap, I'm going to go ahead and mute it. What I like about TinyTap is the ability to be able to, like I said, make an interactive review. You can cut out the answers. You can actually have an open box where they could type in an answer. So if you were wanting to do a sight word review, for example, I was doing one where I was practicing the sight word of grow. And so my box said G, and then you had a space, and then a W, and then the student would actually come in there and type in RO. And so there are some different options on how to have the student answer. So they can type in their answer, they can of course click on the right answer, and there's actually ways that you can click and drag your right answer to do like a matching type of activity. So a really cool, like I said, another cool tool for review, especially getting up to the STAR EOC. So I encourage you to check out TinyTap. We share a lot of ideas on our using this Twitter hashtag. And so I encourage you, if you're on Twitter, to check out our hashtag sometime. It is hashtag Waco ISDPD. And so you'll see on there some of the things I'm learning during the week. I'm tweeting out, and some of the other content specialists and instructional specialists on campuses are also turning to this hashtag now and sharing out some really cool things that are happening in their classroom. So I encourage you to take a peek sometime at our hashtag and see the great ideas that we're sharing here at Waco ISD. And last but not least, I wanted to talk about a really nice extension that I found. It is called OneTab. And what I like about one tab is I have a lot of tabs open during the day, and sometimes I might need to restart my computer, sometimes I might need to close out of something. One tab will take all of the tabs that you have open and save them for you. And so you can actually save these tabs as ones that you use on a daily or weekly basis. So you don't have to, pin the tab every time. What I also like about one tab is the ability to share your tabs. And so when you select one tab, you actually have the option of sharing out the tab via a web address or a QR code. And so if students are working on a research project and you need to share a bunch of web pages with them, this is a great way to do it. Open up all of the web pages and then hit the one tab button. It creates a URL and a QR code, and then print that on an index card or a task card and give it to the students. And so when they come in, there are all of the web links there that they can use to complete their research project or their web quest or any of the other assignments that that you use a lot of web URLs for. So I really like that feature with one tab. So that is a like I said, that's a Chrome extension, and it's super phenomenal and super useful. So those are the 5. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Those are my 5 for this week. So I encourage you to check those out. Anytime you need anything, please feel free to contact me, email me, call me, and I look forward to hoping to meet you soon. And y'all have a great weekend and a great till next time. Bye.